Hello, strange audience of YouTube. Let me kick things off. Why do I have this camera fixated on a strange view of my grotesque face, staring up at the sunlight, as I'm obviously shaking it and walking down a long sidewalk? I'll tell you why. Because it's artsy. Shut up. But there's a twist, though. I'm walking backwards. But that's probably not going to make a whole lot of difference in the end, as long as I churn out some kind of weird product and I slap a whole ton of ads all over it. A bunch of people watch it. Same difference. As long as it's making the money. Herein lies the problem I wish to discuss. And laden throughout this video are probably going to be a whole ton of obvious jump cut edits. Because that's apparently what's popular these days, is to cut out stuff, cut out pauses and everything, so that you don't come off sounding incredibly stupid. I'll tell you what, it doesn't sound natural at all, and you still come off sounding a bit stupid. Yeah. I'm gonna make myself sound stupid by doing these jump cuts out of irony. YouTube used to mean something to me. Well, used to mean more to me. Before an entire generation of Xbox Live kids and tweens started to come on board, and they were around barely even 10 to 13 years old, and companies swarmed the webs, earning people a lot of, extra cash, monetizing and whatnot, taking over musical copyrights and crap. Need I also say, it's not necessarily bad that tweens and people came on board barely 10 or 13 years old, but they can barely even type or... Okay, a lot of the content on YouTube is a lot more mature and stuff, so... Didn't they have, policies about that before, about the age limit? And I used to lie about my age on there. I guess that's the same kind of trend that's going on now. But, if people type like that, then, they can't even spell a single word correctly, then they obviously probably aren't even old enough to be on there. Take those kids off! This silhouette's more fancy. It's not that I want to bash the current generation of Justin Bieber and Lady Gaga and Usher fans or anything like that, but I really have to question, their intelligence to comprehend anything, obviously, if they can't spell a word correctly. Hello? Use some logic or something. Isn't that what you're supposed to be in school for? To actually learn how to type and spell? I'm probably digressing from the point. The point is that it really did, I think, probably used to be a lot more easy to get noticed and stuff on YouTube. Well, obviously because there weren't as many videos around, but also that there were probably just a couple more intelligent people out there, and companies weren't swarming all over for money and copyright purposes. I would be lying if I said I didn't sort of miss those old days. But as those old days went on, the 2000s, the early 2000s were alright. I'm not going to say anything more on the later 2000s. Kind of similar to Silent Rob. I probably joined up because I wanted to have fun with it, and I was. But as time went on, we usually kind of sort of start out wanting to have fun with it, and we do, but it then becomes a matter of wanting to kind of get noticed because you're lost in the sea of other mediocre videos and partners that churn out a ton of crap. And I'm talking to you, Fred. Then there are the people that churn out video log after video log with, it's nothing really substantial or nothing like that. Heck, this is a freaking video log. But you know what? This is going to be pertinent to at least something, because this is saying what I think about something. And maybe video logs are pertinent for them too, but a lot of them are doing video logs, obviously, just to get noticed. And who isn't trying to get noticed? Hell, how long have I been trying to get noticed? Like 3 or 4, 5 years perhaps, ongoing. And, this is just going to be for the fun of it for now, because how in the world? This is true. This is true. Just to look about, perhaps go to a cat video or something. If they're lucky, and chances are they obviously will be, they'll probably have a couple thousand views. I swear if a cat video or anything is featured or anything like that, they get special mention, but look at me. I'm talking about features. This is what YouTube does to us, folks. I conclude we're now lost in a sea of ignorant, bigoted ignoramuses. And I'm not going to specifically blame the companies that swarmed in, or the vapid and vacuous YouTubers that probably shouldn't even be on in the first place, that have came upon us, and that people have put out so much junk lately, and people are, making fake thumbnails and stuff just to get noticed. And let me tell you, it works. That's how low the world has stooped. I'm not going to specifically blame them, but they were a huge help in how we came to be. But here we are, 2011. It's still kind of fun, just, well, not as much anymore. Signing off, Outlander 145.